We live. Hey, Shalom. We the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm Priest and Officer Don Yala. This is the Wednesday night law class. You got any questions pertaining to the law? Questions, period. Type them in the chat. Now we're gonna move on. Any questions in the room? Can't remember. You got any questions? No questions? All right. Whenever it comes to you, you can just let me know. Let me know when somebody pop up with a question in the chat. As we know, today is February 1st, which is Black History Month. Black History Month. 28 goddamn days. Let me see. Oh, so this only go the most days February get is 29, right? No, 30, 31. 2027. Oh no, I'm tripping. I'm looking at August. 29. Yep, it's 29 days. So I guess that's what, a leap year? February 29th? That's the leap year? Yeah. It's the leap year, so that's next year.
What is somebody's birthday was like?
February 29th, right?
Do that still count?
I think their birthday gonna be March 1st then. Or unless they know the age. I mean, but yeah, their birthday gotta be March 1st. If they born February 29th, you gotta miss your birthday for 4 years? Nah, I think they join us. Because I think February 29th comes like once every 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 365, so it's actually 366.
Yeah, with leap year is 366.
Oh, that's deep.
So today is February 1st. Black History Month. Shortest month of the year, of course, we know. It means nothing because now Black people are going to enjoy Black History Month when just last week we were in the uproar about the police killing the brother, which makes it crazy. 5 Black officers kill a brother right before Black History Month. But we're about to watch the transition of us going from angry to now putting aside our differences to celebrate something that's meant for us. Like, why do we have to have a Black History Month? Like, I never understood the purpose. I mean, I guess because it's White History Month, the other 11 months. So they give us one. You had your hand up in the car?
Yes, sir, if I could. But Black History Month, yeah, I feel like it's just a white man just giving us something to celebrate because it was given to us by a white man.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, hey, Black people, we came together. Like February is really a white man that was like, let's remember all your heroes, but they give us our heroes.
Right.
They don't give us, they give us, like, who's on the forefront of every Black History Month? Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Coretta Scott King, George Washington Carver. The more so not rebellious.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna have Malcolm X. They're not teaching about Malcolm X in schools. See, it was radical. America is not putting Malcolm X so much to the forefront. It's not beneficial money.
Right. Yeah, they give us. Yeah, they give us tokens. They give us people to look up to. So Black History Month, we about to see Barack Obama do all out the whole month. See Martin Luther King. We about to see Michael King, because that's his real name. we about to see Rosa Parks. The Rosa Parks we see ain't even the actual Rosa Parks. They saying the real Rosa Parks was too dark, and they felt as though people wouldn't care, so they had to replace it with someone lighter because they thought black people would care. So that Rosa Parks we see is not the one that's at the back of the bus.
Hold on. So is that why they say that the CIA uses CIA blood?
Yeah, because from what they saying is the actual real Rosa Parks was too dark. So going into an uproar, nobody wouldn't have cared because she was black. She was too black. So that Rosa Parks wasn't the actual one who sat at the back of the bus and did what she did.
One thing is, that's crazy because everybody's a family.
Right.
And she's basically broadcast everywhere for years. And now once nobody came up and said, look, that's not Rosa Parks, that's the team down the street. It's crazy. People, there's a lot of it going like that. Right. But another thing was, you heard about they trying to take out Black history in the schools?
They is?
I ain't surprised. They're trying to get that subject out. I think they had an argument over in California about that. They're trying to take it out of the schools. They're trying to say that it makes the black kids grow up to hate.
Hate? Why?
Yeah, like the white man, I guess, because showing like slavery and all the things that they went through, things like that.
They're gonna, whether they learn it in school, they're gonna hate them regardless when they walk down the damn street and get harassed. So, I mean, that's crazy if they were to take it out because it's gonna make them hate them. So you can't hide what was done to them, though. Like you can't hide that. Yeah, and if it was in the past and you wasn't there when it happened, you shouldn't take it out. Let them learn. The car.
Yeah, so I'm briefly looking through this website. So pretty much, this was this been going on for like a couple of years. Right now, pretty much Ron DeSantis, I believe this might be what the brother was talking about. Basically, what they're trying to do is they're really trying to kick out the Black History Month. And the reason why, because remember not too long ago, Florida did the whole critical race theory, removing all types of education that challenges what is his name? And this is Florida again, right? He's back on it, and he's now trying to eliminate Black History Month being taught in schools. Reason why? Because it's the same way. Like he knows, okay, if they teach Black History Month, of course this is a known KKK member. Put that out there. Basically, it's still critical race theory. Because if you teach about certain inventors, or you might talk about Madam C.J. Walker, why is she so famous? Because she overcame oppression.
Right.
She overcame the system, being a black woman in a world where the black man barely had rights, but the black woman had no rights at all. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, what is his name? Governor Ron DeSantis definitely been going viral for the last 3 years, but he's one of those political leaders that is trying to banish Black history.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. It ain't no questions online, right?
Not yet. Anybody have any questions online? You can write them down below. You got any statements, you can write them down below. Also, if you want to cross the line, you want to, come against what we're saying, write it in the chat. We'll answer this.
Let me get Ecclesiastes 4:1. Ecclesiastes 4:1.
So you want to read it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 1. So I returned and considered all oppression that are done under the sun.
He said, I return and consider all the oppression that is done under the sun, man. All this oppression that we got that's done under the sun. From them killing us, and Salak in the car, you could clip that heat. From them killing us down in the street, from them, we the first fired, last hired, from us not being able to, get help or any assistance with anything, just you name it. We dealing with oppression, man. And he said he considered all oppression that was done under the sun. Read.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed.
And the tears of such that was oppressed. He starts seeing the tears of the people that was oppressed, man. He starts seeing the tears of the people who, lost a loved one to the mark of the beast. He starts seeing, the people who was wrongfully convicted. I remember seeing news articles about judges who are now on trial because they was on purpose sending kids to prison to meet quotas, and they was helping out jails. They had some type of business scandal going on with other prisons, whereas though if this judge could send this prison a certain amount of inmates, they would pay them. Because in order for prisons to run, they have to have inmates. So if ain't nobody getting the hell locked up, they go cut a deal with the judge. A little boy come in there for stealing a bag of chips or something. Now he doing 6 months. And that's just strictly because, it's a deal we had worked out. And damn well, you shouldn't be doing those 6 months for stealing a goddamn bag of chips. That's the oppression that we had to deal with, Reed.
And they had no comforter.
And they had no comforter, man. What did that mean when they said they had no comforter?
No leadership?
Yeah, nobody to comfort them. Nobody there to, to make them feel like even though we're going through these hard times, everything gonna be all right. We're gonna get through this. They had nobody to comfort them. See, we don't got nobody to comfort us today. Everybody who's supposed to comfort us actually lead us into further destruction. It always start out like we been comfort, and then after a while, it's like, hold on, more of us is dying. Like, can you imagine the first time a police officer killed a black man or did something to a black man? It was what? Damn, I think Rodney King, when they beat the hell out of him on TV. And think about how long ago that was. And now look, they up the ante. They killing us now. Even though they've been doing it. They've been, killing us and, having a bad day. Or they just need to meet their quota at their job. So they pull you over and they know in their mind when I ask them to go show me their license. As soon as they reach, I'm gonna just start blasting, man. I'm gonna draw my weapon. Why? Because they need a reason to take you in. Because they can't go back to the precincts without arresting anybody. They know they're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna get made fun of. They're gonna get in trouble. So what they do, they draw their gun, and in all reality, when they do it, they don't realize how scared they're gonna be doing it. Why? Because they look at us like drawing a gun on a black person. You would think because you got the gun, you wouldn't be scared. The hell you gonna be scared for? They got their hands up, they pleading with you, and you still scared? You only feel that way towards animals. I mean, you pull your gun on the goddamn dog, he ain't gonna stop running at you. A bear or any wild animal you pull your gun on, they don't know what the hell going on. They still got a chance of killing you. So you scared, even though you got the upper hand on a black person. Why? Because they look at us like animals. They don't look at us like goddamn humans. We such oppressed, they pull you over. Oh, goddamn, he's black. So automatically they just think you're going to wild out, not comply, and take their gun and kill them. That's why in most instances you see, oppressors angry. They yelling at the police officer. You pull me over? Why you pull me over? Get your supervisor out here now. They doing that, and not one time the police officer is getting angry or upset. They like, okay, and they calling on the dispatch to get somebody out there. But let it be a black person. He moved wrong. He got his hands on the steering wheel. He go to scratch his nose. They gonna shoot him. Let's read on.
And on the side of their oppressors, there was power, but they had no comforter. Verse 2. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which is yet alive. Verse 3.
Let me get Proverbs 28:16. See, we about to go through celebrating Black History Month as if this means something for black people. And for the next 28 days, we're going to forget about what happened to that brother who was murdered by those police officers. We're going to forget it. Right? And then now people like, oh, it was black cops that did it this time. Why they do it for him? And to be honest, I'm slightly seeing people react a little bit less from when this is happening. What they don't go ahead. Yeah, gotcha. Nicole, could you get that Proverbs? He got to take this phone call. Proverbs 28:16. What they don't realize is those police officers doing what they saw. Those police officers, here's the crazy thing. Those police officers seen so many other police officers do that and walk free. It probably was like, 2 convictions out of the hundreds of people that died at the hands of police officers, white police officers. So those police officers did that thinking they're going to walk free. Why? You know how many police officers then killed the unarmed black man? Man, just out in LA, they just shot a brother in a wheelchair he ain't had no legs. And they shot him as he was running away on his goddamn hands. They shot somebody who had no legs running away on his goddamn hands. Those police officers probably thought, we're going to receive a little bit of backlash, but white cops always kill black cops. What's the big deal? Go ahead.
Yeah, if I could, even when you look at, you know what I'm saying, even my fault.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you look at what happened on that video cam,
to the brother, right?
Yeah,
I ain't even watch it. I still haven't brought myself to that point to watch it. I see the first 2 seconds and I just can't watch no more.
I'll give you a prime example. It was like all 3 of us in here just beating up on a handicapped brother. They had him down, they didn't have no mercy. It was
what was the reason for them doing that?
I heard a backstory, but from what's being told, what is seen and perceived, pretty much it was a traffic stop, right? I guess the guy wasn't so much complying, but they was more aggressive. They was aggressive, and he feared for his life, so he flew. Like anytime, like in most cases, when somebody is in that, when they're in fear for their life,
This the brother that they beat, right?
yeah,
Not the handicap one, right? Gotcha.
So the whole, you know what it is. Like, yo, you make a cop run, when they catch you, they can really hurt you.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be a thing.
Man, when they catch you, they gonna hurt you.
Yeah. So when they court them, that's what you see. But they use excessive force. They use the baton. They use a taser. They were so much enraged that they sprayed themselves with their feelings. Like literally, they had to get them bottled water and clean it off them. And literally, cops were just sitting by. And mind you, these guys were dead. Like you see their necks in the mug, and you know, and they shots. You guys ain't small guys, but because the lack of love that they had for their brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, they had that love for their fraternity brothers, their gay brothers, and
Right.
fraternities.
Right.
It won't transpire to the average brother that ain't a part of your organization.
And it was 5 of them, right?
It was more than that. It was 5, but it was also a devil that was out there that nobody. He's going on paid leave. He's on a.
He probably got a few kicks into something.
He was the one he was instigated. He instigated. He was like, man, we going. All right, when we get down, we going. He was like, I'm gonna tase him. He was like, he was spicy, huh?
He was relieved.
Oh, they fired him?
Yeah, they fired him. And they also got
They did that
the
because
lieutenant, the fire department lieutenant. They got like a few other people because the EMT workers, they were just standing there so the system would help. Yeah, they fired him.
they like if we had to hurt somebody in here, we're gonna call the ambulance.
Right, they didn't.
We don't want them to die on our watch.
Right.
One day in the arson division, they all bloody on the floor because they was tripping. Like we're still trying to have mercy on them.
Right.
Because
They was trying to kill him.
But okay, it was there. Y'all could at least get him some medical help. And really, the white dude, like I said, been relieved. Last time I heard, he was released on paid
leave.
Paid leave. It might have changed because people of Memphis.
Yeah, probably the uproar. They probably like, look, it's too much, bro. You gotta go.
Yeah, like that's what made everybody else start getting singled out because it was like, all right, this is gonna be an issue and a problem. And one thing Memphis is trying to do is they said it. I think the governor said it. They're trying to bring like a melting pot like Atlanta. They're trying to bring more people into Memphis. Like, we don't really hear about Atlanta police doing anything because they want people to come to Atlanta.
Right.
They hearing something like this about Memphis.
They ain't gonna want to go there, especially if it's black cops that's doing it. Like white cops, black cops, hell no. So that means you ain't safe no matter what. Like I remember one point in time getting pulled over and see a black cop was like a relief. Whew. All right, he gonna understand a little bit. Now it's like it don't matter who step out that car, I can die. Yeah, even those black cops who might seem cool still could have killed you because they all still under the mark of the beast. They got the mark of the beast. They all working against you. What they do is they play your friend to get your dumb ass to, tell on yourself. Or what? Yeah, man. See, I would have let you go, but help is already on the way. I can't call them until I'm turning. Lying, and you could call and stop it. They want you to, make it seem like they're your friend or whatnot. When really, you make one wrong move, he's going to react how those oppressor cops react. Nicole, you had your hand up?
If I could, like what you just saying was heavy because like I remember when I seen the black guy and these 3 white cops, I was in South Philly. Just out, messing around with white boys.
Mm-hmm.
Going out there in the streets. So like I'm like I was out all day, fresh off an interview, but I'm versatile. I got on dress shoes, some khakis, dress shirt. But I'm selling, you know what I mean, what I'm selling down in South Philly. So, boom, I'm with my white boys and all that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We down this small block now. We seen the whole somebody break into somebody's car. So, boom, we keep walking. Undies come. No, police officers and regular clothes came, stopped us, they frisked us and all that. Now the two white guys was cool, right? Two white guys like, where y'all going? They like, man, we about to go to some chick's crib, you know. They found the weed on the white boy I was with. They're like, yeah, man, you know, I'm just gonna smoke that. You know what I mean? We got some chicks that we about to kick it with, and you know, when I had my stuff at, it was like a secret department, but he kept filling for it. So I was like, all right, man, yo, I got some bags on me.
Right.
I'm like, yo, they just sat on, like you know what I mean? They personal use. So the white guys is cool. So the black guy, I'm like, yeah, man, black guy, when you cool. He said, how many he got on? 5. What? Book him. White guys looking at him like, yo, come on, man. Book him. Because back then it was, if you had more than 3, they can lock you up and give you a ticket and all that. So, I'm like, dang, like, I'm a young black man. I said, yo, I'm just getting off an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even doing nothing. And it was a case that mistaken identity. You know what I'm saying? But the black man trying to be goddamn super cop couldn't just say, yeah, yo, go ahead. No, he gave me my first tally on my record. You know what I'm saying? A misdemeanor. That ain't nothing. That you ain't gonna want to come to court for if I try to battle it. You know what I'm saying? And I seen him again, you know, a couple years later. I'm like, yo, I said, you be running around with the regular clothes on. I said, yo, you gave me my first charge, man. That was funny. You know what I mean? So I'm grinding him up again. I'm dirty. Me and Mommy Dirty, I was bad. I was like, yo, but he couldn't find it this time. he like, well, I said, I was getting off the interview that day. I said, yeah, I had what I had on me, but you couldn't even. I said, how you gonna let the white guys be more chill than you? I said, you was so adamant to lock me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm in college. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a job. You gonna give me my first record? He was like, well, you should know. I said, no, you a sucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to have a soft spot for young brothers. Period. Give me, yo, man, stump it out. You know what I mean? Throw it in the trash, whatever. Yo, man, stay on the right track. Boom, boom, boom. No, look. That's how these cops be suckers, man.
Right.
They don't got no love for their own people.
Right.
That's what Jeremy Hyman was going to, I believe, Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying like they don't look at us as equal. Like they look at us as like the lower class black people, and they trying to be white.
And they don't even make that much either. They don't even make that much being a cop.
They make like 50.
I mean, like 40 something, 30 something, 40 something thousand.
They get like 45. Like they get
44 or 45. Yeah.
That ain't no more than 50.
I know somebody that just became a cop, and that broke my heart. I was like, damn, I ain't playing basketball with you no more. You gonna get out there, get foul hard, and you gonna be officer such and such now, right? You gonna be out there locking niggas up. I'm good.
Like his name, you say he played basketball?
Yeah, well, I played basketball with him.
His name Kenyatta or something like that? Yada?
Nah. Yeah, nah. His name begin with a Y. Yeah, he became a police officer, man. I seen it. I was like, I see his face was all clean, and I was like, I don't even know that cat no more, man. You about to be the toughest nigga on that court. You ain't coming out there to play ball. You coming out there to fight and lock people up. I'm cool. I think it was Proverbs 28. Yeah, Proverbs 28 and 16.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 28, verse 16. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. But he that hateth conventionist.
Hold on, what I call for?
You called for 28 and 16.
What verse you at?
16.
28?
And 16.
So we'll read it again.
The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. But he that hateth conventionist
Hold on, let me get
shall
with you.
prolong his days.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, let's read it one more time.
The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth
Covetousness.
covetousness, still
Covetousness.
shall prolong his days.
Right, what do that mean? And no questions online, right?
No.
That scripture mean. You know what covetousness mean, right? Covetousness. Go ahead.
It's a feeling of having a strong desire for the things that other people have.
Yeah, like wanting somebody else woman. You want somebody else woman to the point you willing to do whatever it takes to get her. You see a brother, you like his car, and you willing to do whatever to get that nigga car. So you covetous. It's coveted or covetousness, where you willing to do whatever to get what that person have. Meaning, take what he got. You ain't gonna go get it your own. Like you want his woman, you want his car, you want whatever he got. You got a strong desire to get it, which is gonna cause you to do anything you want to do to get it. You got a strong desire for that brother woman. What you gonna do? Yo, man, when we be going out, man, he be at the club in all the girls' faces. What? Yeah, pillow talking. He be at the club in all the girls' faces and this, that, and the third. You just going back telling her anything. Why? Because your main objective is to have sex with her because you want her or whatnot. That's what covetousness mean. So read the beginning where it say a prince that wanteth understanding.
The prince that wanted understanding is also a great oppressor.
What is a prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. What does that mean? Go ahead.
I can swing at it. Is it like what you were saying about how officer, for example, the officer that he'll sit there try to basically soothe, like run game on you so you can confess, and then he's the one gonna be like, "Buckle."
Yeah, like it's somebody who don't have understanding. Like a prince that really don't have understanding is a great oppressor. Why? He gonna be doing everything, that benefits him. He's going to be doing everything that actually works. Everything he do is going to be done to work against you. So when you put yourself in a situation, instead of him helping you, he's going to use that opportunity to hurt you. And the person that's in charge or soon to be in charge that's like that, he's a great oppressor. But read after the great oppressor.
But he that hateth, so like you pronounce that word again?
Covetousness.
Covetousness shall prolong his days.
He that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. But the prince that lack understanding is a great oppressor. He's not better than the one that hateth covetousness. The one that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. Like someone who's not going to put themselves in a position where it's going to just strictly benefit them to take what you got. His days going to be prolonged. I mean, he's going to live a good amount of time. He's going to live a long time. His days going to be prolonged. There's certain things we could do that shorten our days, and there's certain things we do that prolong our days. Sinning, shorten your days. Not sinning, prolong your days. The one that hated covetousness, his days shall be prolonged. Let me get go ahead in the car.
If I could, like, covetous is like plague.
Yeah, plague, yeah.
Like, like that's like a plague in our community, like especially Philly. Like it's a crab in a barrel type city. You know what I'm saying? And like to eliminate that, you just bigger brother up. Like, definitely let that man have his woman. You know what I'm saying? Let every man have their own things. You know what I mean? Let them be great.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy for a brother. You know what I'm saying? Be happy for a sister. And like Philly, man, I mean, it's so crazy that like if I see something that's hot and I just happen to have a conversation with somebody that's in Philly, they might do like some type of clothing line or like music, whatever it may be. Like I'll big them up, like, yo, man, keep doing your thing, boom, boom, boom. Cause it's like so many people in the city just hate. They just be hating because maybe they don't got the buzz, or maybe their music is better, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta get out of that mindset, because if we covers against our own people, how we ever gonna surpass?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to have a better community.
Right. No, that's a fact. But I'm gonna give you one more thing. So like, I get some more of that. You mind if I get a little bit more? And could you hit me with that? I think it's some grape, some grape back there. Hit me up with some grape, the water. But just yeah. Yep, that's good. I'm gonna give you the water. I'm gonna give you another thing, right, Nicole? Philly is a crab in a barrel city, right? But also, that's every other city too. It ain't just Philly. See, we notice it more because we live here. If we lived in any other city, you know what we would be saying? Man, every other city stick together but us. If I lived in New York, I'd be like, yo, every city stick together but us. If I lived in LA, every city stick together but us, the water. So Philly for sure, crab in the barrel. But everywhere is a kill to be killed. I want to be the one to make it. No matter where you look, where you go, most of the time it's the person next to you. Most of the time it's the person that you went to school with, right down the street, the person you working with. Everybody gonna want your spot at something. So it ain't even just Philly. That's all over. Let me see. Read on.
Come on.
What John was that?
This is verse 17. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit.
All right, that's a little different. Let me get Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. There's no questions online yet, right?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 8. If thou seest the opportunity, if thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province,
If thou see the oppression of the poor, and violence and perversion of the judgment, marvel not at it. Read.
Marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the high is regarded.
See, don't marvel at it, because he that is higher than the highest, he regarded. Read.
And there be higher than they.
And there be higher than they. When you see these things go on, try not to marvel at it. Why? Because the Lord got it. The Lord got it. Like we so used to these incidents taking place now. It's not new at all. Like a cop did what? Oh, like I understand when we rioted and all that in the streets because we wanted to stop. But every time an incident like this happened, not too far afterwards, something else take place that get our mind off of it. And it's designed that way. And there's no coincidence that most of the time these cop situations happen around political times, you know, something about to happen in office, just anything. That's when it happened. Now, the person that won the win going to bring out Jay-Z, going to bring out, you know, some coon, some token to calm the people down, because they know Black people are so destroyed that our leaders we look up to is athletes and rappers and, you know, pastors, rich pastors, because nobody looks up to the pastor in their neighborhood. Because if they did, they wouldn't be selling drugs on the corner. Like nobody looks up to the pastor in their neighborhood. They look up to rich pastors. Like a gangster be more so willing to listen to like a TD Jakes or Creflo Dollar, you know, over the church that's up the street from them. You know what I mean? So we don't have no leaders. Our leaders is whoever got money. That's all. That's who we care about. If you got money, I'm willing to listen. Why? Because you can show me how to get rich. And they know that. You know, they know that. Like these suburban communities be having neighborhood watch. These gated communities had a security there, meetings every week, how they could keep their neighborhood safe. Us, we look up to the person with the most money. Why? Because we have no leaders. All our leaders have money. Every church in the hood, Pastor Rich, Muslim mosque, Pastor Rich. Whatever religion you want to name, they own something in the hood and they're rich at it. In order for us to succeed like that, we got to be a part of whatever the hell, you know, that they got going on. Read on. What was that at? Let me see. Yeah, read on.
Verse 9. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field.
Right. The profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. All right, so hold on. Let me see. I was holding something. Damn. Let me get Matthew 23 and 8. No questions? No questions in the room? No questions in the room, right? You don't got no questions? Oh, you don't? All right, bet. No questions online, right? All right, let me get Matthew 23 and 8.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, and verse 8. But be not ye called rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren.
That means, but be not ye called rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren.
So is this basically saying like, don't have your head on your behind when it comes down to like having rank in Israel?
Yeah, like don't call nobody master. Because why is it saying don't call nobody master?
Because they are brothers.
Right. And who is the master?
Christ.
Christ is the master. Right. So, like, don't call nobody rabbi. Well, now don't call nobody master. Read on.
Come. And all ye are brethren, and call no man your father upon earth.
So we all brothers. Christ is the master, and we all brothers. Christ is our brother. Right? Which also cuts the Christian church calling him the father. Scripture say, call him the master. Don't call yourself rabbi, because we only got one master. That's Christ. And we all brothers. And then it goes on to say what? Read.
Come. And call no man your father upon the earth.
Call no man your father upon the earth. Read.
For one is your father, which is in heaven.
For one is your father, which is in heaven. What's the context of this? Call no man father upon the earth means what? No man father upon the earth. So what does upon the earth mean? No man upon the earth. Go ahead.
On the earth.
Yeah, no man on the earth called father. No man upon the earth called father. That's what the Bible just said. Read it. Go ahead.
Is this like referring to is it like having, is it almost like your servant man rather than the son?
By calling him father.
Yeah, like,
So you never called your dad father?
oh, for sure. Got my hand out there.
He said, nah, I never called my dad.
Like, good. I always call you dad. I was like, father, hey, father.
When you said for sure, he was like, I ain't got Nah, but can you call your dad father? You could. But the Bible just said, don't call no man upon the earth father. Because, read after that. Call no man upon the earth father.
For one is your father, which is in heaven.
For one is your father, which is in heaven. Call no man upon the earth father. Because there's one father, which is in heaven. Right? So, if you could call your dad father, the Bible just said your dad is on the earth. The guy like, look, I give up. I ain't even about to do this. So what is it talking about?
Is it giving reassurance of letting you know like the order of Israel?
What you mean? No man on earth you could call father, because there's only one father, which is in heaven. Can you call a man master?
Is it okay? It gotta be like the context.
That's why I said at the beginning of it, the context. Can you, like, let's go back to the Christ situation. Can you call a man master?
Yeah, like you.
How do you know?
I say kind.
Right, because Adawan means Lord or master.
Right.
So even though Christ is the only master and we all brothers, so call no man upon the face of the earth father.
I know what it is.
What?
Basically, respect the rank and order of Israel, meaning know that the Most High is your Father, and He's the one that called the shots, and Christ is our King. We take orders from Him. So when it comes to our Father, it don't matter what your father's, either your biological father or your spiritual father say. You got one Father, and we listen to Him.
It does matter what they say.
Well, it does, but I'm saying,
right.
but if they tell us to do something evil, it doesn't matter what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
We got our Father is in heaven, and our King, the Master of the Masters, is Christ.
Right. So meaning this, right? Too, right? So to sum it up, you shouldn't be worshiping no man as if he's God. So there's a difference from when I call, and this goes into what you were saying. There's a difference from when I call my dad father, or when I call Commanding General Yohana my father, or General Mahima my father, General Mayak, General Ha, General Shamar. It's a difference from when I call them my father. And that type of father is different from the Most High being my father, and I understand that. It's a difference. I can call him my father because I'm not calling them that in the context of what I mean with the Lord. You, my brother. He, my brother. Kapta, my brother. Kapaka, my brother. Kaptazariak. Yaikwa, my brother. So forth and so on. Marquas, my brother. The other trooper, Quadazar, Korab, my brother. Everybody. But I know that's a different brother than Christ. I'm not going to hold them up to that standard. And I'm not going to allow them to make me hold them up to that standard, because there's one Father, which is up there. So I'm not going to worship you, if that's what you expect me to do. That's not what the hell is about to go on. Like, a lot of people get this misconstrued. Like, you can't call no man father upon the earth, but they have a father. And throughout the Bible, this person is the father of this, and the father of that, and the father of that. So why is the Bible using the term father for Abraham, for Isaac, for Jacob, the forefathers? If we can't call no man, and at the time they was using it, they was on the earth as it was being written. So we can't call no man father. Why was the Bible using it like that? Calling them father. They should have said the dad of, or the dad of, or the dad of. They wasn't using terms like that. It's because it's knowing the contents that you're using it in. Like, you got the Comforter. That's when you should call no man father upon the earth, because the Comforter in the Bible is the Holy Spirit. What in the Holy Spirit, according to the Bible, is the Lord. So if you calling somebody the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is the Lord, now that's where Matthew 23 coming at. Call no man father, upon the earth. Or call no man rabbi, which is master, upon the earth. Meaning, you can call people master or whatnot. You call people father. You just got to know the context you using it in. If the way you using it means you looking at them like they is God, like all these silly religions out here, we are gods. Remember, they were saying that a couple years ago. We are gods, and that was a big thing a couple years ago, saying that we was gods. Now it's the black woman. Then it was the black woman was God. It went from we gods to the black woman is God, and they love to use the scripture in Psalms where it say ye are gods. Yep, and die as men. Like, now, like, these things just come and go. Like, right now, what's the big thing in the earth now that they're using? It's just so many. It's just so many. Most of this stuff die after 72 hours anyway. You hear something, give it 72 hours, is gone. Give it 48 hours, is gone. 72 hours at the max. You want to know if something going to last? Check back in 3 days. And if it still got the same effect, then all right. Most of the stuff we hear, and then you get some nutcase that continues to run on with it. Nah, it's this like doctrine change every so often. One thing that don't change is the Bible, and that's one thing that ain't gonna change. Salak, you had your hand up in the car?
Like now, it's we gotta come together. That's what it is now. Everybody's seeing that the woman is God is trash. We are gods, but thy has men is trash. Now it's we gotta come together. That speech, but really, it's just to sound smart. It's not. But I didn't put people on the spot.
Right.
We gotta come together, bro. I'm like, all right, well, yo, I do this food. I'm part of the food department, food drive department. Yo, we can donate. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what city you in? Yo, contact the school right here. Send clothes and food over here. You don't even gotta send money. Just send. You know what I mean? And like nobody knows inbox me. I hit up the brother down there. Yo, anybody hit you up? Oh, anybody got somebody close to me? It got to the point I don't even ask no more because it's like
for us to try to, we got to come together. Y'all sure don't do it when it's time to.
Black, we got black business. That's the other one too. So
support your black-owned businesses.
Yeah. So now it's we gotta stop talking and be about it. We gotta come together. Black business. Stop complaining about the past. We got to move in the future. So then you put them on the spot. Hey, well, I mean, I'm in an organization. We put in the work. What's up? Now their God is stupidity. Like it's just more stupidity now.
Right.
The rabbit hole keeps going.
Right. Stop complaining about the past. Focus on the future. I wish they would say that to the judge who about to put something on their record that's going to affect them for the rest of their life. They not going to argue with the judge. They're just going to be so happy to get off. Like, come on, man. This stuff is just crazy. Is there any more on that?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
All right, let me get
it said, verse 10, it said, neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ, but he that is great among you shall be your servant.
Right. The person that's great amongst you shall be your servant. Don't be called the master, because there's only, one master, which is Christ. And he that is the greatest among you shall be your servant. Right? So what is that saying? The greatest among you shall be your servant. Go ahead.
So is that talking about men under you, or is it talking about Christ being at service for us?
Nah, ye that is the greatest among you shall be your servant. Yeah, nah. What does it mean?
I was gonna say, well, the precept would be, said would be like when the most your house shower was washing your feet.
Yep. Like meaning, like for an example, right? Like Commander General Yohana, he's the greatest among us, right? But he makes sure everybody is cool, right? So he serves us. General Hyman, he serves us. All the generals, they are up at night talking to us 2-3 in the morning, helping us with our problems, helping us deal with our issues. They are serving us to help get over our issues, right? They don't, even though they're the greatest amongst us, sometimes it'll feel like we should be in those positions to do that. Like, I should be giving counsel to everybody, or he should be giving counsel, or he should be giving counsel. Sometimes that's how it might feel. Why? Because we're here. They should be able to lay back, pick their feet up, and let us run the show. But that's not how things work. They're the greatest among us, but they still serve us. They make sure that we need everything. They still make sure we get everything we need. They still help us with everything. Any issue we have, that's why we got counseling programs. That's why we got food drive programs set up and whatnot. Like, it's our duty when we go out there on them streets, even with them young men, to make sure don't nothing happen to them. Like that's our duty. Like somebody say something out of pocket to them. Nah, talk to me. What's up? Nah, step back. I got this. Hey, you got a question or something? That's our duty to take that. It's our duty to watch these brothers and serve these brothers and make sure that they got everything or whatnot. The greatest brother amongst you gonna be the one that's serving you. That's just the realistic. It's not gonna be the one that's, that's what the movies portray. He can never get up out of his seat. He just get carried around everywhere and get fed grapes and get fanned. Nah, the greatest servant is actually working. He's doing something. Christ was on this earth working. He wasn't on this earth making his 12 disciples do everything for him. Christ was out there still healing the sick and raising the dead. He was out there working. Go ahead.
He was out there running people out the church.
He was out there running people out. He could have sent them. He could have sent people in there to do it. He could have sent Peter in there to do it. Peter was cutting people's ear off. But he was out there working for him, working for the disciples, working for the nation. That's the greatest servant. Go ahead in the car.
Kind of like what you're saying is heavy because like this hand, like she questioned God. How do we know God is real? I didn't look and study almost every main walk of life. You ain't learning this what the Bible produces.
What's she, atheist?
Yeah, she's an atheist. But like, if you look at wisdom and where it's at, like Christ said, you don't believe I am who I say I am. Judge me by my fruits. You look inside the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like it produces strong leaders. So we can look at Commander Genealogy and the generals, like we pay tithes, and those tithes is for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because of their hard work, like General Hyman, literally every time I had to go inside of the council, he's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people in this school. There's no way I'm getting a lucky shot every time I go into a council with Jim Hyman.
Right.
And then, when I look back, Kevin Ariel was like, yo, that's his life. He got to pick up the phone. The men above us have to pick up the phone. They got to make sure everything is operating. They got to make sure the zones and everything is up to par. So it's like, when we look at the Christian church, they give you a song and a dance, and a collection plate. But
if you go get counseling from them, they're gonna be sleeping with your wife.
Yeah, they're gonna take that sex in my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be backed up on bills. They gonna
Right.
You should pray for it. I need money. That's what I need right now. If I pray to God for money, would you be able to answer that prayer?
You're supposed to answer it. If I pray, you're supposed to answer it.
Yeah,
God ain't gonna drop no money in my goddamn lap.
Right.
Let me see. Let's read on.
Let me see. Whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. Good night. That's heavy. It's like, again, look at the Christian church, sir. Like, Christian church is being dismantled, like to the point where like TD Snakes, he's trying to the church is so bad, he's not even trying to cower to women anymore. He's trying to cower to the men. So now what he's trying to do is he's trying to call himself correcting women now. For all the years that he's been on the side of black women and telling them the black man is this and that, now he's telling black women because he wants men in the church. He trying to get more younger people. in the
So
church.
he making his sermons about
Yeah,
the wrong black women are doing.
He trying to make some red pill. Let's just call it what it is. He trying to make red pill content. So
Yeah,
he
that
can get
means
traction on-
them black women ain't bringing enough money in that church no more.
He trying to bring the younger brothers in. I don't know if you see it. I don't know if it's real or not. But supposedly it's a church in Atlanta. These chicks is.
I seen that. That might be real.
It's in Atlanta. Anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna look into it. That might be real. Where they dress with the. Yeah, look that up and see if that's real. It's a church in Atlanta where they dress. They all got boob jobs, and they dressed in like slutty nurse suits, and yeah, they dress real whorish. Boobs out. The only thing that's covered is the nipples and stuff, and that's to attract more men in there. And they gonna get what the hell they asking for. They gonna attract. See, they trying to attract the ballers. That's what they want. They want them rich drug dealers in there. Go ahead. Yeah, that was more so for more members. They want, drug dealers. The money is slowing up now. So every time the money is slowing up, they gotta create something to get it back, moving to get the bread back in. So I've seen that a few times. I never looked into it to see if it was actually true. Go ahead. That's all it is. Because come as ye are. Come as ye are. If they come to church like that, who are you to say anything? You got to accept them. Come as ye are.
I'm not looking right now.
Yeah, check that out. See if that's real. That'd be crazy if that's real. In the meantime, no questions. No questions in the room. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's not about something like that. You know anything about like Islam?
Mm-hmm.
What other like high holy days do they have besides Ramadan? Like, I've never seen nobody really celebrate or do anything.
Anything else?
But Ramadan.
But Ramadan, right. They got a couple. I'm about to look it up for you.
It's like they do it in Philly.
Nah, Philly. Philly is mainly Sunni Muslims.
Even though, do they have anything besides Ramadan? Like I feel like nobody ever.
Yeah, they got a couple. Because I don't speak Arabic, I don't know how to. I'm not even going to pronounce any of these. But they got about like 10 or something like that. But we only hear about Ramadan because that's the only thing people do. Ramadan is supposed to cleanse them from their sins. So they go the whole year without doing anything else. So Ramadan is supposed to forgive them for not, being able to do anything else. So yeah, they got a ton of, holidays or whatnot. They just don't keep them. They just don't keep them. Especially because you got the Shiite Muslims and the Sunni Muslims. Sunni Muslims is the Philly Muslims, the Muslims with the beard. They the more violent ones. The Sunni Muslims is the more laid back, sophisticated ones, like the Arabs and the chicken spots and all that. They more like the Shiite. But the Sunni Muslims, they the ones that are running the building and blow themselves up.
I read her. She used to work in the doctor's office, Indian Muslim, and he showed us one of these traditions where they used to beat themselves on the back until they get bloody or something like that. Yeah,
they do that in Christianity too.
Yeah.
That's like what they call it. Okay, I'm not sure what they call it in Islam. I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure the name of it. I know for like Christianity, that's like a Day of Atonement. Them like afflicting their soul. afflicting themselves. So like Islam, I'm not sure of the reason why they do it or whatnot. But yeah, they got a lot of traditions that they don't keep because they don't keep nothing or whatnot. They believe if they stranded on the island, they could eat a pork sandwich, even though they can't eat pork. But they believe if it's the last thing on earth, they can eat it. So save your life, even if it means you have to sin. You know what that means, right? Somebody got a gun to your head and tell you blow a rod. You could do it to save your life. You can eat a pork chop to save your life. So if you don't want to die, you're gonna die. You're gonna want to live because you ate a pork chop, but die because you didn't blow a rod. Nah, I don't know about that, partner. Go ahead.
I mean, it's just not that spiritual.
Yeah. What they do is they create scenarios to where when they get caught sinning, you can't hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Because this might be a situation where that's the only thing that they got to eat. Like the stranded on the island is a parable. That just means if you in a real bad situation and about to die of hunger, you can eat pork. So if they ain't eating like 2-3 days and the little bit of food that they had ran out, pork bacon is the cheapest. I got $3. I can afford that. Enough. God, that's what they all use. So let me see. Oh, who was holding something? Well, where we was at?
All right. So I looked it up.
Oh yeah,
So
go ahead.
It looked as though that it's not real.
Mm.
Someone basically, and the crazy part about it is, it's not far fetched from the truth because of the reputation that the Christian church has. Pretty much it's like AI generated pictures of a woman that's in Atlanta, and they selling the pictures on Patreon. You know what I mean? And people is pretty much buying. It's like it's OnlyFans. It's for people with a nasty lust. You know what I mean? For sluts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting from it. So far.
No questions online, right? There's no questions online, right? And no questions in the room? All right, so with that, I'm gonna pass the class off to priest and officer in the car.